Hello everybody, this is Frowny13. Welcome to race number 3 of the 2020-21 Frowny13 IROC Series season at Atlanta. Yep, so we've seen two rather interesting races in the series so far at Auto Club and Daytona, and yet the series is now back here at Atlanta. Ironically, the week after we just raced at Daytona for the second time in the season in the other series, and now the drivers take it to this series before the, this weekend's bigger events. We have this series. So, with that being said, let's keep this started in this race. So, in the pole for this one is Joseph Newgarden, along with second is Alexander Rossi, third is William Byron, fourth is Chase Elliott, fifth is Will Power, sixth is Martin Truex Jr., seventh is Frowny Bobbin, eighth is Kyle Busch, ninth is Scott Dixon, 10th is Christopher Bell, 11th is Brian Turray, and 12th is Simon Pagenaud. So yeah, it's actually been quite a while since since we did this series, to the point where I've actually forgotten who won the previous race at Daytona. I think it was, I know it was one of the blue cars. I think it was Alexander Rossi, but I can't remember for the life of me who won at Daytona. I might put a thingy up on screen though. Maybe in the editing, possibly. Anyway, yes, for the third of four times we hear the electric whirring of the motors. Because of course this is an electric series, which is cool. Yeah. And yet, if you see the wall deforming the camera, well, unfortunately, that's a thing with the game. I don't really have any control over that. Anyway, so a 33 lap race. Let's see what happens. Alright. I will say though, we still have no clue who's gonna be the champion of the series. Well, we might have a better idea though after this race, but you never know. Alrighty. So pace car pulls off here. And green flag is in the air in Atlanta. Feel pretty stuck together on the start of this one. A couple of the IndyCar guys though up here. Joseph Newgarden pulling out a bit of a gap. Alexander Rossi with a bit of on the high line. William Byron though going a little along with Frowny Bobbin. About to go 3 wide here. Now of course here in the IROC shows how small the grid is. There's not really much going on that can cause an accident, although ooh. Yeah, by the way, this is the entire field all together. And these camera angles are kind of stupid. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I have to put up with them for this race. I might go and fix them after this race, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to put up with them, I'm afraid. Here comes Frowny Bobbin on the low line on Scott Dixon. He's gonna go all the way to the high line. Yeah, that's amazing. Frowny Bobbin still hasn't won yet in his own game. Here comes Scott Dixon though below him. Yeah, I do apologize for not testing the cameras out here at Atlanta. But I will go in and fix them after this race, in preparation for the next race. Anyway, Scott Dixon goes high, and Kyle Busch goes low. Kyle Busch still going for it. There's Simon Pagenaud going below Kyle Busch here. Frowny13 looking low as well. A little bit of scraping the wall. And Kyle Busch goes to the middle of the lane and goes to the bottom. Ooh, Frowny13 though with a decent, or no, Kyle Busch. Well, yeah, Kyle Busch trying to have to run the high line. It's actually Frowny13 on the low line. Two similar looking cars. I do apologize, but no, I don't apologize because not really my choosing the colors. But anyway, Frowny13 in the lead, going 3 wide with Simon Pagenaud, and Kyle Busch still staying on the high line. So in this series, we've actually had a driver. Well, we've had 2 different wins: a winner from the IndyCar Series and a winner from the NRL Skills Cup Series. And 3 wide for the lead. Man, this is quite the race with only 12 cars. Imagine what we're going to see tomorrow with 42 cars. So Frowny13 still in a 3 wide battle for the lead with Simon Pagenaud and Kyle Busch. No margin for error. Let's scrape the wall again. Simon Pagenaud now actually the one lead in this race, making it work in the middle lane. He doesn't quite, or maybe he does have an advantage. Let's get the wall. Oh, William Byron all the way out and back. William Byron, you're the inaugural Frowny13 IROC race. Right now in last. But, you know, this is a small field. So, just because you fall back doesn't mean you're immediately out of the race. Anyway, Kyle Busch with the speed, or with some speed on the high line. Oh, he tries to go to the bottom lane, but he can't quite shut the door on Frowny13, so he's down stuck in the... He goes back to the high... Or no, he's going to the low line. No, he's not the high line. Yeah, Kyle Busch and Frowny13 with very similar looking race cars. Of course, they happen to be the 2 going for the lead. This battle might last a little while here. And Kyle Busch. Yeah, Kyle Busch seems he's in a back and forth battle now with Frowny13. And of course, they're driving 2 cars with very similar colors. Only difference, or the only thing you can really tell between these 2 cars is the name and the number. Other than that, they are very similar. Well, here's a bit of a run on the low line from not one of the yellow cars. It's Alexander Rossi. Oops. Alexander Rossi who's going 3 wide with these guys for the lead. Man, some of the best drivers that were losing absolutely insane stuff. You know, some of these IndyCar guys might be somewhat used to this, you know, from the 2015 All Club race in the IndyCar series, which had a lot of some back racing like this. Of course, luckily today the racing is a lot safer because, well, isn't safer in the series anyway, because, you know, these cars aren't as fast as the IndyCar cars, and also a lot more, you know, there's a lot more stuff around the driver. In fact, the safety in these cars is similar to the NRL cars that we race. So Rossi on the high line, but he's going to get a little bit trapped here as Martrix Jr. now goes low. And with him is Christopher Bell and Joseph Newgarden. And Christopher Bell is going pretty low here. Christopher Bell, a two-time winner back in the NRL Skills Cup Series this season so far. Not doing too well in the championship standings there, but he's the only rookie in that series. As for this series, however, he could become champion. And he's now leading. Actually, William Byron's still stuck in the bag, and Chase Sell looks like he's fallen out as well. So a couple of the Henrik Motorsports young guns have fallen out. Well, here's Martrix Jr. going side by side with Christopher Bell. And Christopher Bell trying to pull out to the lead here. Nope, he doesn't have enough speed. Like the Highline's dominant as Truex gets a shove from Alexander Rossi and goes to the second lane. But here is Joseph Newgarden. And Alexander Rossi with a run on the high line. Yeah, there's no specifically dominant lane here. It seems all three of these lanes you can do good in. So now as a result of all that, a few of the Team Penske IndyCar drivers have gone together. In fact, yeah. The Team Penske IndyCar team is starting to form up. Meanwhile, it looks like Chase Sully and William Byron be left off for drive. So as the caution comes out, they are likely out of this race. Also, of course, pit stops won't be a thing as these IROC races are a little too short for pit stops. So it's just a straight up flag-to-flag race. And it's not just because we have the infinite, well, it's not necessarily because we have the infinite tire and power on these cars. It's just because the race is just too short for pit stops to become a thing. You know, these races aren't marathons like the Skills Cup Series. They're more sprints. Like how the IROC Series was. Or how it used to be and how it is still today with this series formed by Frowny13. And Newgarden, as you can advantage his Team Penske teammates to go to the high line. And that is allowing the other two Penske guys of Simon Pagenaud and Joseph Newgarden, or no, Will Power, to be on the inside line. Here's Ronald Ray, not a Team Penske IndyCar driver, but still we're looking for a win. And so the draft is pretty strong here at Atlanta, and actually, as a result, Chase Sully and William Byron have fallen out of the draft. Shame for Byron. He won the inaugural race. And just a couple races later at Atlanta, he is going to finish in last. Bradley seems to be very prominent in these cars. Martrix Jr. in a side-by-side battle with Joseph Newgarden to the line. So less than 10 to go. And Joseph Newgarden and Highlanders, like all of the Team Penske guys, have actually split up. You imagine what the Penske guys from the NRL Skills Cup Series in this race. Unfortunately, none of the guys qualified for this series. But the IndyCar guys did. Of course, this series is supposed to be the best of the world, and yeah, actually, because I was the one that has a win this season. Now look at all those no wins. This would have also been a pretty suitable series, though, for Ryan Blaney, but he didn't have a very good season last year, so... But he will likely be in the series next season. And Joseph Newgarden, once again having to edge out Martrix Jr. to the line. But Truex seems to have the advantage through the corners. Not quite here, though. Man, Newgarden once again able to get around the high line. It looks like Simon Pagenaud is teamed back up with Will Power. Chase Elliott is slowly getting back up here as well. And what happened to Pyron, though? He's miles behind. Oh no, that's Scott Dixon. Oh no, Scott Dixon's beginning to fall out of this pack. Well. And meanwhile, Will Power with a bit of a dangerous move to the inside lane, trying to make it 4 wide. Not quite. 4 laps to go. Or no, 5 to go. And Joseph Newgarden, your leader in this race, but still has to fight off Martrix Jr. There's going to become a pretty close battle for the win. 4 laps to go. Joseph Newgarden has the position. It might go all the way to the low line here, and he does. No, it goes to the center line. In fact, it looks like he might be trying to reunite with his other Penske IndyCar boys. Of course, they're not teammates in this race, so they don't necessarily have to work with each other, but I guess they are anyway, just because. And now about to go 3 wide. So we got Newgarden, Pagenaud, racing other on the inside and outside lane. Then you have Martrix Jr. trying to make something happen in the middle. Very hard. Alright, here it comes to the line again. 2 laps to go. It is Joseph Newgarden versus Martrix Jr. versus Simon Pagenaud. Who will win the 3rd race of the season? Pagenaud pretty speed on the high line once again, trying to go to the bottom lane. Oh, but he can't get there in time, and Simon Pagenaud is going to get there, and Joseph Newgarden is going to revert back to the top lane. And white flag, 1 more left to go here at Atlanta in the IROC series. It has now become a race between the 3 Team Penske IndyCar drivers. And Simon Pagenaud has the lead going into turn 4. But now he's got to put up with Will Power. And here they come to the line. It's going to be close. 3 wide. A 3 wide finish. But it is Joseph Newgarden who wins the Atlanta race in the Frowny13 IROC series. That was close, though. A 3 wide finish amongst the Team Penske IndyCar drivers in the Frowny13 IROC series at Atlanta. Wow. So that was quite the finish. Somewhere here I'm going to insert the view of the photo finish. That was quite cool. Well, that was just the IROC series. Now we wonder what we're going to see in next couple of races, because this of course is the IROC series, only has a few drivers. Got the same as next year. Tomorrow's gonna have 42 and all, of course. Well, you know what I mean. But that was a pretty good finish. So Joseph Newgarden comes in with the win, Willpower in second, and Sam Pagenaud in third. And look at the finish. That is very close. 0.005 seconds between Joseph Newgarden and Willpower. Another few hundredths of a second between Willpower and Simon Pagenaud. And ultimately, the Team Penske IndyCar guys don't even race here at Atlanta that often. I don't think the IndyCar series has been here ever. Now here they come, driving a few electric machines in a 4-off race, and they finished 3 wide, and it's quite the photo finish. That was cool. So consider the best field. Ryan Ray comes in 4th, Martin Truex Jr. in 5th, Alexander Rossi 6th, Christopher Bell 7th, Fernando Bob in 8th, Kyle Busch 9th, Scott Dixon 10th, and Chase Elliott in 11th, and William Byron in 12th, who got left out for dry after they just fell out of the draft. Well, that was quite the event to start the weekend. Of course, got 2 more big races coming up, but that is all for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.